This is Godspeed Motors, and it is located in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's an exotics and Euro showroom, and this is my first time visiting the location. I'm actually going to a bunch of showrooms today where I'm checking out all the kind of cool cars available in Charlotte. And the way I thought about this was that this Saturday I was actually going to go to the Hitlon Head, South Carolina Concours show, and I started thinking, well, it's a 4-hour drive, and if I want to get there at a decent time to beat the crowd, I would have to wake up around 4 a.m., drive 4 hours just to get there, film for 2 to 3 hours, and then drive 4 hours back. And I thought, well, seeing out what kind of cars they had available last year and what kind of cars they previewed will be available there, I thought maybe I could just go to all the cool showrooms in Charlotte and try to find a bunch of cool cars there instead, and I could get a lot of cars in a short amount of time instead. So I stopped here, and this is my first time visiting here, and there was a nice person here, Jaja, and he actually showed me around and told me about some of the cool cars here. And if you see any cars that you like, please reach out to Jaja at Godspeed Motors and let him know that you came from the Arlie Motoring video. They have a lot of cool cars here, like the Mercedes AMG GTR, a Lotus Evora GT, and a Mansory carbon fiber covered Rolls-Royce Cullinan. I really like how the showroom is set up, where it has a big wide area where you can just walk around and check out all the cool cars and all the big graphic pictures in the background with the AMG GTR, Black Series, and other kind of cars in the background. Just makes it fill up the area so that it doesn't feel like it's too much of a blank space. And here's a nice Aston Martin DB11, a nice Lotus Esprit V8 twin turbo. And I'm going to make this a 4-part series where I actually go to 15 showrooms today to show you what kind of cool cars Charlotte has to offer, what's for sale here, because there's so many different kind of showrooms here where we have exotics, Euros, JDM, American Muscle, all kinds of different cars, even classic cars that Charlotte has to offer. And I think that a lot of people don't know about a lot of the showrooms that we have. I didn't even know about Godspeed Motors or the next showroom that I go to, which is 704 Exotics Auto. So I'm gonna make this whole day a series of 4 videos because there's so many cool cars that I saw today. And I even ran into a private event where I got to see a lot of amazing cars. I'm not gonna spoil the surprise, but if you're new to this channel, definitely consider subscribing, because I'm going to be uploading this in sequential order, where right after this video drops, the next day I'm going to drop the next video, and it'll be a 4-part series. Now here's a really rare sighting. This is a Chrysler Prowler. I always wondered what this car was when I was a kid, when I would see it in movies. I really like this BMW 5 Series in this red color. It looks really nice. I think it stands out compared to usually you'll see like a black 5 Series or a blue 5 Series. So definitely a rare color to see. And here's some Range Rovers and a few other luxury SUVs. So they have a bit of a lot of different variety, where you have sports cars, sports sedan, and the big SUVs. So it's kind of a one-stop shop at all kind of place. They have some Rolls Royces, a G-Wagon, they have a Bentley, they have this interesting Mercedes AMG wagon here. And I thought, wow, that's a really unique color. I think that I would pick different wheels, copper looking wheels for a brown car. I think they should have gone with some kind of silver wheels, and I think it would have stood out even more, because I think brown on kind of another dark brownish color makes it look just not the best color scheme in my opinion. So here's my second stop in this early Saturday morning. This is 704 Exotics Auto, and I remember when I was driving up to this location, I had only seen information online, and I went past it thinking, wait, I don't see the sign. I see Right One Auto. I realized, wait a minute, I see an Audi, a Lambo in their parking lot, and I thought, okay, wait, this might be the right location, and I had to pull a U-turn thinking, oh my gosh, how did I miss this spot? And I asked them, and they said that they're actually converting into to 704 Exotics Auto, and it's been Right One Auto for a certain amount of years. And they have this awesome white Audi R8 here, and I just fell in love with this car. It looks so nice. I am always a fan of the Lamborghini Huracan, but this is the cleanest Audi R8 I have seen in a while. And here's this cool Ford Mustang GT. It's a 1988 model that's made for drag races, and it was kind enough that the people working here decided to open it up for me, because I asked, hey, you know, if they could pop up a car for me, that'd be pretty cool. And yeah, they were kind enough to open up the car for me, and I was like, wow, okay, this looks pretty cool. It's an old classic muscle car, and it has those big beefy tires for pulling drag races. And I think that this purple color is a very unique color on this car. And here's a purple GT3 RS, and the funny thing about this GT3 RS is I think I've seen the same exact one at a previous Charlotte Cars and Coffee event where I saw a Pagani, and I think it's the same one that someone sold. And I definitely have started noticing that people will drive a nice supercar or exotic for about a year and then sell it. And I think that that's what they usually do, is they drive something for a year, and then once they get bored of it, they just go and get another car, which is pretty funny. I've seen a lot of Aventador SVJs that are on the market now in Charlotte that used to be driven around for a year or two, and now it's starting to dwindle down. And I'm guessing that, are they trying to get the new Lamborghini Revuelto when it comes out, and are they trying to save up for that? And here's a cool M4 CSL. I think this car actually looks really clean compared to the regular M4. Definitely stands out. It has about a 40% or 40 horsepower boost over the regular M4. And here's a nice Lamborghini Urus in black, and a older model, the first gen Audi R8. Which one do you think is better, the first gen or the second gen Audi R8? The first gen was based off the Lamborghini Gallardo, the burgundy Gallardo that you saw in the back. That's what it's based off of. And the newer Audi R8 is actually based on the Lamborghini Huracan, so it has probably less of the issues and kinks that they had in the early Lamborghini days. And here's a nice green Porsche 911. Would you go with the Euro Porsche 911, or would you pick a Ford Mustang, the classic 1988 model? I personally would go with the Porsche, just because I like a little bit of newer model cars, so that's my personal choice on that. And I like how they have a lot of other Euro cars here, like M3s, M4s, and even the AMGs. And here's a nice Toyota Supra in this cool yellow color. It does kind of remind you of maybe like the taxi color or like the banana, but definitely still a unique yellow color that stands out. Usually you see them in red, white, or like black, so definitely a unique color. And here's this really cool SUV that I thought was at first like a plug-in hybrid or something with this BMW XM. It does have that big beaver looking teeth grille, and it's actually a V8 twin turbo with all-wheel drive, so I think it's kind of like the Urus competitor vehicle, and it's priced at $135,000. so I think it's just in that kind of market of competing with maybe an Audi SQ8, but technically kind of the Urus as well. And here's an Aston Martin Rapide. I haven't seen one of these since like 2007 or 2008. It's a four-door Aston Martin that just didn't really sell that well. I just don't think it was kind of what everyone liked, because it was so tiny on the inside. It looks really long, but I think the Mercedes AMG GT sedan was something that was more comfortable compared to that. And here's an Audi RSQ8, and I just love the Audi RSQ8 compared to the Urus. I think it just has a lot of more details on it that I like, because it looks more like, oh hey, it's an Audi, like Audi SUV, but it has all these little features that makes it stand out. And I think I've just seen too many Uruses to where I just like this more. So these are the two showrooms that I came and checked out in the early morning. I'm going to be going to over 10 more after this, so definitely consider subscribing and stay tuned for my next video. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe.